Let's begin with Justin Verlander to Houston. What was your reaction?
Well, I was surprised. I felt that if they were going to go forward and try to be competitive next year, Verlander would be a big piece going forward. But now he's gone. I was surprised that I pretty much feel the same way as Terry feels. I was surprised. I was on the record a couple series ago when I worked saying I felt the Mets were going to, if anything, stand pat, if not improve the ball club. And boy, was I wrong.
Well, the level that they have sold at, that's, I think, one of the things that's caught everybody's attention. Are you surprised the level they have gone to at the trade deadline here?
Well, I can tell you I've never experienced this kind of demolition in my playing career and in my years in the booth. This is just a total restructuring here and a total going for youth. And it's obvious that they must have felt that it's an older team. Did they feel they can go forward in to the World Series? Maybe they made that decision. I don't know. I'm not inside there. But probably the answer was no. And so let's get the most value we can from our aging players.
So if you're a player, and as you said, Keith, during your playing days, you never were a part of a team that was imploded in many ways the way this team has been. But if you're a player inside that Mets clubhouse right now, how do you interpret these moves for this year and then beyond?
Well, number one, early in my career, I've been on Cardinal teams that were rebuilding, so I was a part of that, but I was a young player just trying to survive, and it had an effect on me. It's got to be demoralizing for the guys that are here, but you know what? You cannot, as a player, get involved with what the manager's doing on the field and what the front office is doing up there on the top floor. Your job is to play baseball and go out there and do the best that you can do, and that's what this group has to do.
105 games the Mets have played. They're 50-55, Keith. I mean, when this season began, they were considered to be a real contender for the World Series. And so I think the big question is here, how did we get to this point in the season?
It's called the month of June. It was a drastic month. I mean, and then the Braves just played just so ridiculously well from the beginning of the season. They're kind of hit a little bump right now, but June was the killer for this team. But still, like Terry said, what's surprising is that there's 6 games out of the third place wild card spot. And there's 2 months left in the season. So I thought that they were going to, with Scherzer, Senga, Quintana back, and Verlander, that's a solid 4 starters to run out there for every 5 days, that they had a chance to maybe make a run, but it's not going to happen.